day, viewers. You are welcome to Abeokuta Grammar School Junior Online class. My name is Mrs. Zulu, and I'm here to take you business studies. In the last class, we discussed about cash book. We said cash book is part of the ledger that we use mainly in recording money receipts and money paid. We mentioned the three types of cash book that we have. We said they are being divided into three: the single column cash book, double column cash book, and the three column cash book. We later on explain the single column cash book. We said single column cash book is the cash book that is meant only for recording cash transactions and not bank transactions. So after the class, we are given an assignment in which we are here to do the correction. I hope you have the question with you. So just be looking at the question and we'll be posting the items. The question: you are required to prepare a single column cash book of Otisheche from this transaction below. The first thing, if you are given any question on single column cash book, the first thing for you to do is to write out the format. That is, you make a T format by dividing into two sides. I've done the division. You divide into two sides. The first side, which is the left hand side, is the debit side, and the second side, which is the right hand side, is the credit side. You start with date particular folio amount on the debit side and date particular folio amount on the credit side. So let's start with the correction now. Main one we are having here: capital 2,000 naira. Capital. You know, in the last slide we were told that your capital, you are going to post it on the debit side. So we write the date first. Main one, under the particular, we write the capital. And we are having 2,000 naira as the amount. Let's go to the next one. May 2, cash sales. It means they make a sales of 1,050 naira. We are going to debit it. May 4, paid rent. Paid rent, they give out money, they paid out money for rent. It means we are going to credit it because money goes out. So we are going to post May 4, paid rent. Write rent under the particular of 560 naira. Let's go to the next one. May 6, bought stationery, 1,300 naira. Stationery of 1,300 naira was being bought, so it means they give out the money. So we are going to credit stationery with 1,003. Write the date first. May 6, stationery of 1,300. May 7, paid wages 600 naira. Paid wages 600 naira. That's May 7. Wages, you are going to write wages under the particular because that's what they paid for. 600 naira under the amount. Then the last one, May 10, purchase goods for cash. Goods were being purchased, so it means they give out money. So we are going to credit 490 naira under the credit side. May 10, purchases. We are going to write purchases under the particular of 490 naira. So after we have posted all the items now, the next thing for us to do is to do the calculation. So we calculate the amount that we are having under the debit side. We find a rough sheet to do the calculation. So for our debit side, we are going to add the amount under the particular. 2,000 plus 1,050 naira. We have 3,050. On the credit side, 550 plus 1,300. We have 1,860 plus 600, 1,400 and 2,460. Then plus 490 now, we are having 2,090 naira. Let me do the calculation again. 1003 plus 560, that's 1860, plus 600, 2460 plus 490. So it means 2,950 naira. We can see with this that the debit side, the amount we are having under the debit side is more than the credit side. It means the amount that comes that they receive is more than the amount they spend. So we are going to write the biggest figure under both sides because the principle says the amount, it must be equal. So we are going to write 350 naira here and 350 now on both sides. So the smallest side, which is 2,950 naira, we take it away from 3,050 naira and we'll be left with 100 naira, in which we are going to write under the credit side as our balance carried down. So we now go to the debit side again and write and transfer the balance carried down here as our balance brought down for 100 naira. So that ends the correction. So today, our topic for today is double column cash book. What did I say? I said double column cash book. Double column cash book has two columns in which one is used to record cash transaction and the other one is used in recording bank transactions. We have two columns. Let me explain the format of the double column cash book for you. We have two sides. The double column cash book is divided into two sides: the debit side and the credit side. Money that comes in, any capital that you use in starting the business, any sales that you make, any money that you receive, you are going to record them under the debit side. While under the credit side, any money that you spend that goes out, maybe you purchase, you give out, you buy, you bought, you are going to post all those items on the credit side. So we are having two columns now under the double column cash book. Under the cash column, any cash that you receive, any cash that you paid out, you are going to record them under the cash column. Then under the second column, which is the bank column, what do we record under the bank column? Any payments made by check, that is, any payment you made, maybe any goods you bought by check, and any money received and paid into bank, you are going to record them under the bank column. So I've explained the definition of double column cash book. I told you earlier on that we have the format. We have two sides: the debit side and the credit side. So then this is an example that we want to solve now. We are asked to enter the following transactions in the double column cash book of Iremi Wamiri. June 1 balance brought forth cash 1,000. June 1 balance brought forward of bank 3,000. June 2 sold goods for cash 500 naira. June 7 paid Okafor by cash 800 naira. June 7 received check from Dapo 500 naira. And June 19 paid rent by check 900 naira. The first thing we are going to do after the question is to write out the format. And the format of the single column cash book is different from this one. Let me compare the two for you. In the format of the single column cash book, you make a T format, you divide it into two. The left hand side is the debit side. You have date, particular, folio, and amount. Likewise on the credit side, we have date, particular, folio, and amount. But the double column cash book zone is different because bank transaction is being involved. So let's write out the format of this double column cash book now. When you are given a question like this, the first thing you must do is to look for the name of the account holder. This account is owned by Irewamiri. That's the heading of the solution. So ire wa mi wa double color cash book. Then you underline. After that, what do? You make a T format by making a division. You divide your book into 2. The left hand side will indicate the debit side. The right hand side is the credit side. Under the left hand side, we have date, particular, folio, cash, and bank. Likewise, to the credit side, we also have date, particular, folio, cash, and bank. So we know this. So, with the format, after the ruling, let me explain the format again. On the debit side, I said any money receives, any sales that you make, capital, we are going to post it on the debit side. And the items that we have on the credit side, if you make any purchases, if you give any money out, if you pay for anything, maybe you purchase, you buy, you give out, we are going to post it on the credit side. So the first thing that will be on the debit side is the capital. So let's look for the capital in the question. June 1, balance brought forward of cash 1,000. It means it's the capital that they use in starting the business for the month of June. So June 1, balance brought forward. We are going to post it under the debit side. June 1, write the date first. Then under the particular, we write balance brought forward. Then we now check is it paid by cash or bank. The first one they pay 1,000 for cash, so we are going to post 1,000 under cash. Please don't forget to write your naira to indicate your naira under the cash and the bank column. So the second one is June 1 again. Balance brought forward of bank 3,000 because it's of the same dates. Because the balance brought forward, we have the one of cash and bank, it appears on the same day. So we are going to post the two on the same line. So the one of cash is 1,000, we've posted that one. Then the one of bank is 3,000. So we write it together because it appears on the same date. Then the next one, June 2, sold goods for cash. Goods of 500 was being sold. It means after they have made a sales, they receive money. So, and we are going to the debit side because the debit side is the receiving side. So we are going to post sales under the debit side. June 2. Sold goods for cash. We are not writing sold. We are going to turn this to sales. That is, they make a sales or for cash 500 naira. The next question is June 7, paid Okafor by cash. Paid. They paid Okafor. That is, they give out money to Okafor. Money is being given out to Okafor. So it means you are going to credit 800 naira under cash column of credit side. So June 7. I'm going to write June 7 under the dates. Then, because they mentioned the person they paid for, which is Okafor. Okafor is the name that we are going to put under the particular of 800 naira under cash. Then June 9, the next one is June 9. Received check from Dapo. A check of 500 naira was being received from Dapo. That is, they received money. And the receiving side, any money that comes in, you are going to post it under the debit side, which is June 9, Dapo of 500. Then June 19, paid rent by check. They give out money. Paid rent by check. Okay, let me come again, I made a mistake there. June 9, receive check from Dapo. Receive check from Dapo. A check of 500 was being received. And where do we make use of check? We make use of check in the bank. So the money is going to be under the bank column because we use check in the bank. Then the next one, June 19, paid rent by check. Paid rent by check. 900 was being paid out, was being given out by check. So the money we are going to post under the credit side, and on that day we are going to post rent under the particular of 900 naira. So June 19 under the particular, because they indicate what they paid for, which is rent. So we are going to write rent under the particular, and 900 naira will be written under the bank because we make use of check in the bank. So with this, we are through with the exam, with the posting now. Because let me remind you again, the items that we are having on the debit side, they are the debit side are the receiving side, while the credit side are the paying side. Any capital that you use in starting a business, you see them in the question, you post it under the debit side. Any sales that you make, any money receives, any money that you receives, you are going to post all those items under the debit side. And the items that we are having under the particular, we have any money that you gives out, you pay, you purchase, maybe you purchase something, you buy, you are going to post those items under the credit side. The only difference is that any money that is made by cash, you post it under cash. Any money that is given or received by bank, you post it under bank. So let's do the addition. The principle says both sides must be equal. So you are going to find a rough sheet by doing your addition. The debit side of cash, we have 1,500 naira. The debit side of bank, we have 500 naira, 3,500 naira. 3,500 naira. The debit side, the credit side of cash, we have 800 naira. So the credit side of bank, we have 900 naira. The principle says you are going to write the biggest total on the same side. So let's compare cash to cash of the credit side. The cash balance of debit side, we are having 1,005, and the cash of credit side, we have 800 naira. It means the debit side of cash is more than the credit side of cash. So we are going to write the biggest number, which is 1,005. 1,005 on both cash column. So let's compare the debit side of bank column to the credit side of bank column. In the debit side of bank column, we are having 3,005. While in the credit side of bank column, we have 900. So we are going to write the biggest number there, the biggest figure, which is 3,005. 3,005. The next thing that we are going to do now is to take away the smallest side from the biggest side. That is, we compare cash of credit side to the debit side of cash of debit side. So 1,005 take away 800 naira. We take away 800 naira from 1,005, which means 700 naira. So we are going to write it under the smallest side. Then 3,005 minus 900 naira, we have 2,006. So this is our balance carried down. So we now come back to the debit side again. Transfer it as our balance brought down. Balance brought down. So under the cash, here we have 700 naira. So we are going to write it under the cash. Then under the bank column of the credit side, we have 2,006. So this is our balance brought down. That is, the business is Ireniwa make a profit of 700 naira cash and 2,000 naira 2006 in the bank. So before we go, let me give you an assignment. So this is the assignment that I want you to do against the next class. You differentiate between the single column cash book and double column cash book format. Let me come again. Differentiate between the single column cash book and the double column cash book. And if you have any response, you can see us at AGS Senior Online Class at gmail.com. So here comes to the end of the class. Till we meet again. I still remain your business study teacher, Mrs. Doe.